stopped the dream and ended it like that. Hear the words of the Lord. They will make the display windows the most beautiful thing that women have ever seen. Every bag, shoe, dress, and trinket that a soul can desire will be in the window. But if you step in that shop, it is death. This is Nigeria. God is showing me this. Straight death for your body and your soul, and maybe even a permanent death from your injuries whereby you will not be able to recover. They are destroyers of virtue, wicked, demonic, possessed, and they will build shops that operate as bait and lures for women, L-U-R-E-S. It's what you put on the end of the fishing hook to get them to bite. Be healed, my daughters. Be healed of your lust for finery and pleasures. Be healed of the lust of the eyes, or your body will pay a penalty you never wanted to pay. This is my will for you, to stay safe. Turn your foot from the enchanter and his wares, and do not go into the adulterous man. Thus says the Lord. And so God absolutely have no excuse. God says to be healed of the lust for things because it's going to turn deadly. Wanting those trips to Dubai is going to turn deadly. Wanting those modeling contracts, those are not modeling contracts. I still have another dream to read for you. Those so-called modeling contracts, those so-called international deals, they're leading you into a non-stop, unpaid. This is something that he highlighted just before I started. There's the unpaid prostitute. That's you captured against your will. And then there's the paid prostitute. The one who walks the street and she makes money, and also the ones who are very pretty on all the social apps. Don't think I'm talking about the yacht girls. I'm actually talking about you and your heart posture. That is not right. You that this video will come across your path and you will know. I'm not talking about the girls that actually have conversations with the sheikhs about fly me out, I'm willing to do this and this, but not that one. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you that are running a merry business with your entire self right here in the United States and in other nations of the world. Do a single research about the so-called Nigerian agency that was recruiting you. Then you ended up in Dubai under those disgusting and misshapen fat men. Unable to reach your mother, they take your passport, they take your phone. What the men pay, they send a small amount back to mommy, and then she thinks my baby is doing well. Meanwhile, you're dying, you're dead, you're a scarecrow, you're a shadow. They were not starving us in that place. They were watching us closely, but they were giving us food. And you know that Nigerian food is very nourishing. Nigerian food is very heavy. And so you will not wither away and lose weight. The girls that I saw in that place were very voluptuous. They had heavy chests and thighs. But my God, absolute hopelessness, broken spirits is what I saw in their faces. I've never seen people with the capacity to cry and lament in total silence, because they would beat you for anything in that place. They would beat you if you make noise. They would say you are trying to make them discover us and give you a hot slap out of nowhere. And so these girls used to grieve very deeply for what life had done to them. They used to grieve very deeply. A lot of them had done this to themselves, trying to pursue the dream overseas, this, that. What are you running to in these countries? What do you see here? Are your eyes open? Is your brain working? What are you looking at? Because I assure you, if TV has played any part in your decision, you're living and you're about to live a lie. To count us, and how shocked I was to suddenly be in a dream where I found myself in the midst of people hopeless at their situation, wearing next to nothing, standing in line with my hands tied, to be counted among more than 100 girls in a place that seemed always dark. The reason for the darkness is because the men that used to come there, nobody wanted their identity to be seen in a whorehouse. You see, you don't know if the workers in the whorehouse will recognize you as the next governor running for office in a province in one of the many states of Nigeria. And so the place was kept very dark. And in that place, the clients favored walking around naked because they couldn't be seen. They favored walking around naked, and they would simply open doors and look inside, looking for what they favored, looking for what a man likes, walking room to room. No camera, no snitches, no risk. No, death is in Nigeria. Death is there in Nigeria, and don't you dare deny it. You may not see it, but God is prophesying that it's not only there, but will grow until it comes outside. You see, you will only believe the words of my mouth when it comes outside. When you get the first outside case, then you're going to have the audacity and the temerity to act shocked. How did this happen? It happened because it's already taking place inside. When filth is bubbling up inside, it will reach the desired temperature, and then there's nowhere else for it to go. Then it comes outside. The devil is living there while the people lie to themselves that they are always suffering unjust persecution and judgment, but they don't know why, they say. Why is everything bad going to happen to Nigeria? Why can't you prophesy good to Nigeria? But look at yourself, Nigeria. When I woke up